Hi YouTube.
Hello.
Today we're going to talk about our rabbits. We just got them in today, 3 does and 2 bucks, and we already have 2 that are ready to be bred, but we won't be breeding them today. We're going to give them some days to process what's going on and get used to their surroundings. My husband's also going to speak on the Hutch, how he built it, and the tractor, the do's and the don'ts.
Yep, so let's get started on this and we'll see you whenever we do it. Well, everyone, this is the rabbit hutch that we were talking about that we've been building these past 2 weeks, I feel like. We were finally able to get our rabbits put in them. So I'm just going to go over kind of the basics of what I did, try to let you know what not to do, what I learned from experience on building this. So our rabbit hutch that I did 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot, so it's rather large. I wanted to do that just so our rabbits have enough space to be able to move around in. And as you can see on the inside, it's pretty big, pretty wide open. But like I said, it's 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot is what we did. Now the first mistake that I made was this bottom mesh here. This is 1/2 by 1/2. I forget exactly what it's called, but what you need is the 1/2 by 1 inch welding wire or welded wire. It's much better, more sturdy, so we're actually going to end up changing that out. We have it ordered from Tractor Supply, so once we get that, we'll be taking the rabbits out, redoing the flooring completely. That way it's better for them. It doesn't cause the sores on the bottom of their feet. The other mistake that I made was I cut the boards on the inside perfectly 3 foot. So you can see I had to add some extra supports in here for the wire because it wasn't over the board. So if you are going to do this, either cut it a little less than 3 foot. That way your measurement is actually true 3 foot on the outside, so you don't have to fight it like I am doing right now. But other than that, the other 3 foot seem to be fine with it. The doors are perfect. We were able to put the feeders on it. Our water bottles, all this we got from Amazon. Pretty easy. I think these were like 10 bucks a piece. These, if I'm thinking correctly, were 10 or 15, I believe, somewhere around there, $15. These at Home Depot were like 6 bucks. These handles were like maybe $5. And then we built it for perfect shade. We try to make it to where the way I'm facing right now, that way is pretty much east. So that way is east, that way is south, and behind you is north. I did it that way. They'll get a little bit of morning sun, but as soon as the sun comes over, the roof that we put on this actually deters the sun completely throughout the full day. So they're in pretty much complete shade during this time. I made it 5 hutches deep, and the reason why is because, like I said, we have our 2 bucks, which is chocolate and cream. And then we have our 3 does that we're going to be doing, which is cookies, honey, and Milky Way. She's not in here right now. We actually have her in the tractor, which I'll go over here in a little bit. But this is the one that we already took the flooring out of. So that way I can go ahead and start putting the new mesh in here. We put dividers on it to stop from the heat coming in. So it's just things that I learned in the process of doing all of this. We also use feed bags to go on the in-between of it. That way, because from what I heard, rabbits like to pee on each other. So I did this so that way the rabbits can't get to one another and the babies can't escape through the 2x4 wire. Don't get the 2x4 unless you just want to, and you have to really be careful because the baby rabbits can go through that. But we do a cup of pellets a day for feed is what we do for each one of them to keep them fed. We wrap the wood because I unfortunately bought treated wood. So we had to cover that so the rabbits wouldn't chew on it, and that's very important because rabbits can die from the treated wood. On that, again, the hinges as well for the doors, I think were like $5 for 2 of them, so it's a pretty good price for that. Overall, the roof panels I got were the PVC ones. I think these were $16 a piece for this. I mean, overall, it's a pretty good construction. Like I said, I made some mistakes along the way, but I watched a few videos here and there, and then I just kind of went at it and learned from my mistakes and trying to teach you from them as well. But this is pretty much it. This is what our main hutch system is gonna be like. This is where we're really gonna keep them. We have them tagged here, their name, their breed, the sex, the color of it, their date of birth, their date to breed. So that way we can keep track of them and everything like that. We don't have it on all of them, but we're in the process of making these. So that way we know when they can breed, and we're also going to have another card system that we'll probably show in a later video of how we're tracking when they were bred and all this. And the reason why these are here is that way we can keep up with their pedigree. That way we can keep it going and we can realize what mama and daddy it was from and be able to trace it all the way back, so that way we can have that pedigree with us. So we're going to go over to the tractor real quick, and I'll show you exactly what I did on that and how I built it. Okay, so here's the tractor that we built. This is 2 foot by 3 foot by 6 foot long. Once again, the top of it lifts up. I have it completely shaded. There's actually Milky Way now. We have it completely shaded. That way they get no sun in here at all. They're protected from the heat, because here in Texas, it gets very hot in the summertime. We reach up to 1 to 110, and the humidity level here in Dallas is pretty high as well. So we do that. Watch out, Nelly. I did the front side as well. That way the sun is not beaming on them. I put their feed and water on this side. Same trays and everything. Again, Milky Way, we have her labeled. That way it doesn't get too hot. That way we're able to use what we can. And on this one, I did use the 2x4 wire here. I'm probably going to end up putting the 1x1/2 wire that I have when I get it from Tractor Supply on here. That way the babies can't get out, the predators can't get in, because that's, as you can tell, it's pretty large opening. So that was my first mistake, was getting the 2x4. The only way it's good for is using it at the bottom of the cage, so that way they're able to get the grass through it. To keep it there, I cut this section out, that way it doesn't lay the grass down, it keeps it up. So you can do it either way. I chose to open up the middle so that way they can get the grass easier. And this is where we're going to be keeping the babies as they grow up until we get them to processing them, and this is where they're going to stay and grow. So if you have any questions, put it in the comments below, and we'll be glad to answer them when we can. So how many rabbits did we get, Neely?
5.
5. We got 5 rabbits. How many bucks?
What are bucks?
How many boys?
Boys? 1. No, 2.
Yep, 2. So how many girls? No, those are our boys.
3?
3. So we have 3 does and 2 bucks. So that makes 5 rabbits. Nellie's pretty excited about it. She likes rabbits.
This is our sweet honey. She is going to be a mama soon. We will breed her in the next few days. This is Cookies. She is a sweet girl. She seems a lot more hyper than the other ones, but right now she's pretty relaxed because I think she was taking so much time jumping around. The last rabbit tree she came from, they put a little mark in her ear showing that she was a girl, because she was born, I believe, in February. This is Cream. He is the sweetest one too. He just lays around
And eats.
I love his patterns. He's broken just like Cookies. See his little mustache? He has a way to go, but he will be bred with Cookies probably in September or the end of August. This is Chocolate. He's our rough buck. He will be bred with honey. And I don't know if you noticed, but we have a mix of Timothy hay for them to chew on, but we also have straw for their bedding and pine cones for them to play with, and also a resting mat, which we used a flagstone piece that we used for the garden. Like my husband said earlier in the video, Milky Way right now is in our tractor. And that's because her little area is under construction. Milky Way is our youngest. She just turned 9 weeks. And she has everything everyone else has, but she has a lot more space and a lot of fresh grass. Thank you for coming to the video, and I ask that you hit the subscribe button and the like button, and we will try our best to get more videos coming. Thank y'all so much. I hope you enjoyed our rabbits.
Nalea here is going to show y'all and tell y'all about what we have new. Nalea, will you please let us know what we got new at the homestead?
Okay, so we got rabbits today. First we got 2 like babies, and yeah, and we got this cookies and cream, and we got some new ones that are like this large, but the brown ones like this large, and they were hard to get. And my mom is doing their thing, because we put their feeders right here and their pictures are on them, so we don't forget their name. I like the one named Cookies because it's very calm.
Cookies. Because 2 of them are named Cookies and Cream, and they're mates. So we're going to breed them together, and it's going to be Cookies and Cream.
But when Hollis scared Cream, that wasn't a very nice thing.
No, he didn't mean to, though. It was an accident.
He went like this on the cage when we first got him.
Yep.
But we got Cookies and Cream before we got the other ones.
Yep, we have Cookies, Cream, Chocolate, Honey, and Milky Way. That's our 5 rabbits. So pretty excited about it. She's gonna eat them.
But
Yep.
only
That's
when
what we're gonna do.
only when they're grown up.
Yeah, like 16 weeks.